Just going to talk a little bit about varying sentence beginnings. So this is on your rubric to change how your sentences are structured. Please ignore noises in the background. My baby girl is sitting next to me. Okay, so if you start all your sentences the same, nothing sticks out. So you want to be certain that you change how you start sentences. You can start them the plain old way with a subject, but you can also start them in different ways. You want to make sure that you change it throughout so that your reader doesn't become bored and all your information doesn't blend together. Okay, so on your own you could read these two paragraphs. This one on the left, paragraph 1, is very basic. It starts, all the sentences start the same way with a noun or pronoun. Okay, so 2 varies it, and it helps the flow and it helps everything blend together better. Okay, so the second one is more fluent. So you are graded on fluency. So different ways that you can vary. So you notice over here on the left is a sentence that says, Ken ran the race with a smile because he knew he would win. Okay, so you can change that sentence and it can help change your voice. It can help change the mood. So you could do it with a prepositional phrase, which you all know. When you start with a prepositional phrase, you would put a comma after it. With a smile, comma, Ken ran the race knowing he would win. Okay? Another way is a participle phrase. So this is when your verb ends in ing or ed. Again, when you start with a phrase, you put a comma after it. Knowing he would win, comma, Ken ran the race with a smile. Same idea, just changes it up. You can start with a dependent clause, which you also need a comma after. So remember, this couldn't stand alone. And you can start the sentence with because you're connecting it to an independent clause. Because he knew he would win, comma, Ken ran the race with a smile. You can start with an adjective or adverb, setting that off with a comma as well. Happily, Ken ran the race knowing he would win. So happily is an adverb telling us about how he ran. And then lastly, an infinitive, which we have talked about before when we've talked about verbs. That's to in your verb. Now you set that also off with a comma. To win, comma, Ken ran the race smiling, comma, sure of his success. So these are just a few ways that you can change up how you start a sentence to change emphasis on what you're saying, or simply just to vary it so that your reader is not bored. On the bottom is there's some transitional words and phrases that you can use. So again, we need to insert these when we go to the rough draft phase because it helps the flow of our writing. Okay, so it keeps everything fluent. I also have on my CMH 2 other sheets of transitions that you can look at, and they're categorized. They're in different categories for the purpose they serve. So this is on there as well as those transitions. Now you need to go on Seesaw, the activity, and click on the form to complete to show me that you practiced this. There's only 6 of them that you need to do on the form. Okay, I look forward to seeing how you vary your sentence beginnings in your essay.